Okay, so I just watched the F1 movie starring Brad Pitt and Damson Idris and Javier Bardem. It was a really good film. It was a really good movie in my opinion. Uh, of course, it's got a great cast, really interesting story, simple, but everything felt thought out. Was a like I said, a really good story. You got Brad Pitt, who's the seasoned veteran who's never won an F1 race, and Damson Idris, who's the rookie. I really like the dynamic between the two. Um, it was interesting. It was unique. It was definitely unique because there wasn't necessarily clear lines between hero and villain. It was good in terms of the sense where all the characters felt three dimensional. They all felt fleshed out and had their own motives, and ultimately it was a story of, like in real life, many of our biggest hurdles are ourselves, right? So if you can overcome that biggest hurdle, you'll find yourself to be in a pretty good position, and you're not unstoppable, but you're damn near unstoppable, right? What a performance from Brad Pitt. Honestly, a pretty good performance from Damson Idris as well. They're both great actors. Yeah, if you want like a really in-depth breakdown, understand I watch these films. I'm geeked off, all sorts, right? So you're not going to get an in-depth plot breakdown. It was a pretty good film. Probably the best film I've seen this year in cinema. I'm trying to think of other films I've seen. I can't think of any because fried right now. I was fried when I was watching that. Yeah, I don't know, but Mission Impossible. Recently, I watched that. It's better than that. Better than Karate Kid. Yeah, I can't remember any other films I've seen this year. I've seen loads, and I've reviewed them on the channel as well. But the F1 movie is a really good film. I'd give it, out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 4 stars, which is probably the highest that I've given to any film I've seen this year. Yeah, I'd give it a comfortable 4 stars. And some of the footage these guys were getting in the car, around the car, it was amazing. It was really some amazing footage, some really good direction, really nice cinematography. Visually, the film looked stunning. Nice story, wholesome, good ending. I won't, ruin the plot, even though it's been out for a few weeks. So if you want to watch it, watch it. But F1 movie's a good film. I recommend it. Seth's stamp of approval. Yeah, I don't want to keep repeating myself, even though I'm heavily medicated. But yeah, good performance from Brad Pitt. Good performance from Damson Idris. It's not the sort of story you could really do a sequel for. Of course, it's Hollywood. You very well could do a sequel with Brad Pitt's character and, following him, what he goes on to do after this, which maybe they'll do. Maybe they'll do that. It wouldn't be an awful route to go down because I really liked the movie, really liked Brad Pitt's character, liked his performance as well. And there are some interesting routes that they could go down with that film, even with Damson Idris's character as well. There are some interesting routes there, but it's called the F1 movie, so I don't know what you're going to call the sequel. You can't call it F2. That's not how it works, right? But yes, solid film, and like I said, I'd give it a very solid 4 stars. So yeah, F1 movie is a strong recommendation from Seth, from the Seth solo side quest. But yeah, another episode in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.